old world starts getting me down. People are just too much for me to face. I climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be. There the world below don't bother me. So when I come home feeling tired and beat, I go up where the air is fresh and sweet. Get away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roofs, that's the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Up on the roof, dum 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 da da dum da dum ba da ba da ba da ba dum ba dum. Dum dum da dum dum dwee dum dee dum da da At night the stars put on a show for free. Darling, you can share it all with me. Keep telling you that right smack dab in the middle of town found a paradise that's trouble-proof. And if this old world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof. On the roof, that's the only place I know where you don't have to wish to make it so. I keep telling you that right smack dab in the middle of town I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. And if this old world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof. Up on the roof. Oh, 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 oh. Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Star Ann. Rabbi Robbie was here. I think I see her. Mazel Tov on being installed. I saw that Facebook post. That's amazing. Very exciting. Rabbi Rose is here. And Miriam Shalhart. Love it. All right. So let me continue with another song. Let me do this one. Little Eagles tune. It's another tequila sunrise, staring slowly across the sky. Said goodbye. He was just a hired hand, working on a dream he planned to try. The days go by. Every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy in town, and she's out running round. She wasn't just another woman, and I couldn't keep from coming on. It's been so long. Oh, and it's a hollow feeling when it comes down to dealing friends. It never ends. Take another shot of courage. Wonder why the right words never come. You just get numb. It's another tequila sunrise. This old world still looks the same. Another frame. Da 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 da. Ba ba dum. Da 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 dum bum ba da. Every night when the sun goes down, just another lonely boy in town. She's out running round. She wasn't just another woman, and I couldn't keep from coming on. It's been so long. Oh, and it's a hollow feeling when it comes down to dealing friends. It never ends. Take another shot of courage. Wonder why the right words never come. You just get numb. It's another tequila sunrise. This old world still looks the same. Another frame. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rose, and Miriam. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for the sound check. Love it. Love it. Let's stay in, 1978, something. A very good year, by the way. A very good year. I wonder what would happen if I tried this.
to be alone. I was always thinking of games that I was playing, trying to make the best of my time. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. Someone should call him and see if he can come out. Try and lose the down that he's found. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. Someone should call him and see if he can come out. Try and lose the down that he's found. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart?
Yeah, only love can break your heart. Shabbat Shalom. I'm sure there are other things that can break your heart, but love would probably be at the top of the list, yes? All right, Tucson Jim is here. Rabbi Galit is here. Lovely. Great to see you. How about... we have to do a Dan Fogelberg song.
Longer than there have been fishes in the ocean, higher than any bird ever flew, longer than there have been stars up in the heavens. I have been in love with you. Stronger than any mountain cathedral, any tree ever grew, deeper than any forest primeval. I am in love with you. I'll bring fire in the winter. You'll send showers in the spring. We'll fly through the falls and summers with love on our wings. I'll bring fire in the winter. You'll send showers in the spring. We'll fly through the falls and summers with love on our wings. Through the years, as the fire starts to mellow, burning lines in the book of our lives, through the binding cracks, and the pages start to yellow, I'll be in love with you. I am in love with you.
Shabbat Shalom. The Tuesday pub gig. Well, thank you for asking, Barbara. The Tuesday night gig was my best gig ever. I did a set. I did like an hour and 20 minutes, all original songs, and there were about 20 people there who actually listened to every word. And there was a guy there who kind of identified the styles that I was channeling. Wow, what a great gig! And it looks like I've got a gig at the end of March. They have a thing in this bar they call it. The name of the bar is Rudy's, and they run like a 24-hour music marathon. Not 24 hours, 2 nights, and they're calling it after Woodstock, so Rudy Stock, and they've got all these great people coming in. So I'm going to get a slot on Saturday night at like 8:30, primo spot, and I'll have about a half hour to do a bunch of tunes. Is that cool? Yes. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I tell you, I feel great here. It's so true. I mean, knock on wood, no colds yet or anything. New York, man, forget it. You know what I'm talking about, New Yorkers, don't you? You know. Hi, Anthony. I see you here. Tucson Jim. Let me see who else is here. Rabbi Galit. All right. So I got time for one or two more. Let me do this. Maybe not. Let me see. I'm gonna stay on the piano, I think. Ooh, I love this. This is a Leonard Cohen thing. Let me see if I can do a little justice and see what happens.
Everybody knows that the dice are loaded. Everybody rolls with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows the war is over. Everybody knows the good guys lost. Everybody knows the fight was fixed. The poor stay poor, the rich get rich. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows that the boat is leaking. Everybody knows that the captain lied. Everybody's got this broken feeling, like their father or their dog just died. Everybody's talking to their pockets. Everybody wants a box of chocolates and a long stem rose. And everybody knows. Everybody knows that you love me, baby. Everybody knows that you really do. Everybody knows that you've been faithful. Oh, give or take a night or two. Everybody knows you've been discreet, but there were so many people you just had to meet without your clothes. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows it's now or never. Everybody knows it's me or you. Everybody knows that you live forever when you've done a line or two. Everybody knows the deal is rotten. Old Black Joe's still picking cotton for your ribbons and bows. And everybody knows. Everybody knows that you're in trouble. Everybody knows what you've been through. From the bloody cross on top of Calvary to the beach of Malibu. Everybody knows it's coming apart. Take one last look at this sacred heart before it blows. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. And everybody knows. Everybody knows. And everybody knows. And some of the lyrics are a little dated in this tune, I have to say, but it's pretty good. It's still pretty good. Joanna in Chicago. We have class on Wednesday, Joanna. And who else? All right. Thank you, Rabbi Galit. Thank you. It's a great song. Thank you, Barbara. Rarely cheerful, but often, yes, you're right. Shabbat Shalom, Yosef in Peru. All right, so I'd love to do more, but we must transition into Shabbat. So, this evening, we're doing a Purim service. For right now, I will transition into Shabbat. There you go. Have you noticed? More hair than ever. Have you noticed, ladies and gentlemen? Look, unbelievable. God bless Florida. I know you'll be ready, of course.
course I know. All right, so. I'm just reading your texts. Rabbi Goli, you like that, huh? Bim bam, bim bam, bim, bim bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim. Shabbat shalom, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim bim bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom Taru, Shabbat shalom Elaine, Shabbat JD, Janet, Shalom, Rabbi Americo, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, 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 Shabbat Shalom. All right, Shabbat Shalom. Time to put on my ukulele. 1 second. My ukulele. Ah, there we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Sim Shalom's Kabbalat Shabbat service, or Erev Shabbat service, and also our pre-Purim service. Tonight we will celebrate Purim. And then you have an opportunity to do it again on Wednesday night. And those of you who are so inclined on Thursday morning as well. So, let us continue. We did the Bim Bam. Let's sing Hine Matov. Hine Matov Umanai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanai Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Rabbi Tony in the UK, Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi Misha in Texas, Shabbat Shalom. We have many rabbis here this evening. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. See if I'm missing anybody. Tucson Jim and a bunch of you streamers with various numbers at the end of their name. Shabbat Shalom. Let's sing this.
מה יפה היום, שבת שלום. מה יפה היום, שבת שלום. שבת, שבת שלום. שבת, שבת שלום. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
How beautiful is this day of Shabbat peace. How beautiful is it for us all, ladies and gentlemen, from all around the world. We have Peru, Tokyo, England, Austin, Texas. Where else? Nova Scotia, Portugal. Oh my God, we have so many places from around the world. I love it. You know, if you could put a satellite above each one of you, we would then have a satellite above each one of you. That was a joke, everyone. Please smile. Please smile. Thank you. Let us sing. Let's sing Nishmat Kol Chai. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that since last week. Read this with me. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God. And the spirit of all flesh glorify and exalt your name forever. O Sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God. We have no sovereign besides you.
Nishmat Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. Nishmat Kol Chai Tivarech Et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu.
Shabbat Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Rabbi Deborah is here, and the large Mackenzie family. There are 27 Mackenzies here this evening. It's unbelievable. We have 3 minyanim here. Thank you for joining us. All right, let us continue. Let's light the Shabbat candles, all right? Everybody symbolically light your candles if you don't have them. If you do, then don't symbolically light them. Here they are. There's the candles. I'm putting them in front of you. Shabbat Shalom, David and Joe in West Coast, Florida. And Daniel. All right, let's light the candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who makes us holy by your commandments, and who has commanded us to kindle the lights of the Shabbat. I do want to give a shout out to Glenn and Lois and their poodles. Shabbat Shalom, Glenn and Lois and your poodles. All right, let us sing a little bit of Shalom Aleichem. Join with me. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Ashari, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yes, I think that Shalom Aleichem is perfect on the ukulele. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so tonight, as you know, we're going to be celebrating Purim in advance of Purim because just makes sense because we're all together and we should do it. But again, I want to just say, and I'll say it again, that you should all plan to go somewhere on Tuesday night because it's a lot more fun with a lot of people. Although we are a lot of people. I mean, with a lot of people really in the same room. It is a lot more fun. All right, let's sing Lecha Dodi. Let's welcome the Shabbat. All right? Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nikabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad
לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
I don't have a low A on my keyboard. All right, a few questions before we continue with the Baruch Hu. First of all, everybody please type in Shabbat Shalom, welcome each other, all right, with love. Type in Shabbat Shalom and hugs. First thing I want to acknowledge Rabbi Maimon. Shabbat Shalom. Ryan, Wednesday night, I believe we're having a guest rabbi who is doing a little Purim service. Rabbi Steierman, I believe, is doing it. So yes, you will be doing it, and it's Wednesday night. It's not Tuesday night. Tuesday night we have JSLI class. All 20 students are going to join us on Tuesday night. All right. So now we need to move ahead. Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu Et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Shabbat Shalom, Tono Wanda. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la.
Beautifully done. All right, Shabbat Shalom, all of you who have just joined us. We're going to continue. We're going to continue with this Shema. Please join with me. Please read the English with me for the Ve'ahavta. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children, recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. I am the Lord your God, who is truth. Let's sing Vishamru. Happy birthday, Ryan. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael od hi leolam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz Uvayom Ashvi Shabbat Vayinafash Shabbat Vayinafash Veshamru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat Lasot Et HaShabbat Ledorotam Berit Olam Yitgadal ויתקדש שמי רבה ויעלמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביום איכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה וימרו Amen. We now will continue with the Amidah. I would like to inject some levity into the service. Ryan, I want to tell you something. You have many people here this evening that are so envious of your age. I cannot begin to tell you. So don't worry about being 25. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Am I right? Those of you who can stand, that you can rise to your onto your feet, please do. As we continue with the Amidah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon, Gohomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chastei Avot ve'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem Lema'an Shemo B'Ahava. Melech Ozer u'Moshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sara Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Hakol Atah Rab Lehoshia Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayei Metim B'Rachamim Rabim סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומחיים אמונתו לשני
ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now pause for a silent prayer, a silent prayer of the heart. So close your eyes just for a moment and commune with a source with a spirit that's greater than yours. And Lord knows there is something greater than yours. So everyone, shh, be quiet. I'll put Rav Nachman's wonderful words on your screen. And when we come back, we will continue with our Purim service. עושה שלום במרומו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. All right, ladies and gentlemen, may the source of peace, the maker of peace in high places, bring peace to us, upon all Israel, upon all of the world, and we join together for a loud and arousing amen. Amen. There, a lot of you typed in amen. I love it. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to continue with Purim. So, I would like to put on my Purim costume right now in front of you. Yes, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am a jazz musician. All right, any of you that say that's a cop-out, don't do it, because I don't have my long hippie hair with me here, and because I'm in Florida still, and I don't have my grogger or anything. So I'm going with jazz musician. Okay? Any of you wear whatever you want. All right. Purim. So let's look at what Purim is before we really get into it. So I'm put this on your screen. Let me make myself go away. You could read with me. Purim literally comes from the word pur. It doesn't mean not having any means. It actually means lots. You know, it was a lottery. But we'll get there in a moment. This holiday commemorates the deliverance of the Jewish people from the ancient Persian Empire, from the destruction in the wake of a plot by, I'm not going to mention his name, because if I mention his name, you all have to jump up and down and make a lot of noise. All right? The book of Esther is a book in the Ketuvim. Remember, we have a Tanakh, which is an acronym. We have a book that you can buy. An acronym, Tanakh, is Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim. Torah is the 5 books of Moses. Nevi'im are all the books of the prophets that are accepted in the Jewish tradition. And then we have the Ketuvim, the writings, all the Megillot. One of them is Megillah Esther. All right? And in this story, it's a story of a Jewish girl named Esther. No? What else would a Jewish girl? You name her Esther, right? Jewish girl named Esther who became the queen of Persia and thwarted a plan to commit genocide against her people.
The book of Esther, or the Megillah, is the basis for the Jewish celebration of Purim. Its full text is read aloud twice during the celebration, so that would mean that it's going to be read Wednesday night, and that's when usually all families and kids, they all get out. They do it at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Crazy places will do it at 7 o'clock or 7:30, and no one will come. But smart places will do it earlier so you can get young families out, because Purim is really young families. It's an opportunity to bring them together. Okay, so let's continue. And then it's read, of course, it'll be read on Thursday morning as well, during the Shacharit service. Purim is celebrated annually, according to the Hebrew calendar, on the 14th day of the Hebrew month of Adar. So now I'm going to sing for you. This is a special piece of liturgy that we daven, that we pray, or that we sing only on Purim and on the other on Hanukkah. We have 2 times that we sing this liturgy. So let me see if I can remember it. It goes like this. This is an old melody. Al ha-nisim ve'al ha-purkan ve'al ha-gavuro ve'al ha-teshuo ve'al ha-milchamot she'asita lavotenu Bayamim hahem bazman hazeh Bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. So you might want to know, where do we sing this on Purim or on Hanukkah? It's during the Amidah. After we do the Baruch Atah in that section, that's where it comes up, and it's there to remind us, to say the story briefly. It's an abridged version of the story. And the translation of that piece of the text, that's not complete, by the way, it's much longer. But the translation is, we give thanks for the miracles, for the times you saved us, for the mighty acts, for the victories, and for the battles you waged for our ancestors in these days at this time of year. All right? So we have a tradition. That's why I'm dressed as a jazz musician, ladies and gentlemen. I hope some of you are in costume. I know that Sue Marie last year was in costume. And of course, Sue Marie lost her father, so she's probably not wearing a costume this evening. And we will acknowledge him during Mourner's Kaddish in a little bit. But last year, I remember she would get dressed. She sent me pictures and stuff. Anyway, and maybe some of you are doing that, going to synagogue, and you're going to get dressed, or you're going to wear, or you've got kids or grandkids. So anyway, let me tell you about it. Many congregations put on Purim spiels. Purim spiel is like a little play. It's like a fun story, it's a story of Purim that they do to The Sound of Music or to West Side Story or whatever. And so it's a Purim spiel. It's a fun version, a parody of Purim. And, and we've been doing this for a long time, since the 10th century, apparently. And the Talmud says that we're supposed to drink until we're unable to tell the difference between blessed be Mordechai and cursed be Haman. This is a very joyful holiday, and our tradition has a lot of drunken memories. And in the traditional synagogues, they still drink a lot. They get, as we say in Yiddish, shika. They get drunk. This is, of course, not necessarily a good thing to do in our modern communities, to set an example for kids. It's a bad thing to do. So we actually discussed that at JSLI, and we'll be talking about that in our upcoming class. All right, let us continue. Let's sing a song. These are songs that are pretty traditional. These are very traditional. Let me do this. Let me see. Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol Hu LaYehudim, Masechot Me'adim, Namiradim, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Barashanim. In the translation, the holiday of Purim is a great one for the Jews. Masks, groggers, songs, and dances. Come, let us make noise with our groggers. So, let me clue you in on the Grogger thing. So when we're going to read from the Megillah, anytime you hear the name of Haman, you're supposed to blot out his name. So we have these sound noisemakers, and people bring it's very loud. And it's kind of fun, except it gets a little tired after a while because you're blotting out his name so many times, and the kids are falling asleep. And if you got little kids, they want to go home, and they want to eat candy there, and it's kind of a mixed evening sometimes. But it's supposed to be fun. So that's one of the songs, Chag Purim. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol Hu LaYehudim, Masechot Ra'ashanim, Zemirot Re'achudim, Havanarisha Rash Rash Rash, Havanarisha Rash Rash Rash, Havanarisha Rash Rash Rash, Barashanim. Thank you, Joanna. So that's one. That's like an old melody, like from when I was a kid. Of course, there are many new Purim songs, but I'm giving you traditional stuff, so you know what we've done for a long, long time. Here's another one. You hear this at bar mitzvahs and weddings in a medley. You know, Hoseh Shalom B'Yisrael, you know, and they're all dancing. Well, this one goes like this: Utzu Eitza Vetufar, and I think here it is. Utzu Eitza Vetufar, Dabru Dabra Velo Yakum. Utzu Eitza Vetufar, Dabru Dabra Velo Yakum Ki Manuel. Utzu Eitza Vetufar, Dabru Dabra Velo Yakum Ki Immanuel. Utzu Eitza Vetufar, Dabru Dabra Velo Yakum. Utzu Eitza Vetufar, Dabru Davar Velo Yakum Ki Immanuel. Utzu Eitza Vetufar, Dabru Davar Velo Yakum Ki Immanuel. Excuse me, bless me. That was a jazz musician sneezing. It's all part of my costume. All right, so that's Utzu Eitza, and so when you hear that at a wedding, or at a bar mitzvah, you should know that melody, that comes from, really from Purim. And the translation is, go ahead, form your plot, it will fail. Lay your plan, it will not prevail, for God is with us. So there you go. It's interesting, right? When you hear it at weddings, you never knew that it really comes from Purim. All right, another song, Ani Purim. Ani Purim, Sameach Umbadeach, Halorak Pa'am Bashana, Avol Hitareach, La 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 la, La 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 la, La 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 la, Ani Purim. Ani Purim, Ani Purim, bringing to cheer you with my singing. Hooray, Purim, hooray, Purim, hooray, Purim, hooray, Purim. Okay, so yes, thank you, Ryan. So that's another old song, Ani Purim, Ani Purim. And so I'm just teaching them to you so you'll know. There's one more, I'll just do a little bit for you, and then we're going to go into the Megillah. Let me put it in front of you, sorry. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man. Haman was his name, sir. He lied and lied about the Jews, for they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And nash some hamintashen. So it kind of goes through the story in its own way. And Esther was a lovely queen of King Achashverosh. When Haman said he'd heard us all, my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And nash some hamintashen. And it goes on and on. And so Hebrew school Hebrew school teachers who teach music were always very grateful for this song because they get about 10 minutes out of it. So, at least I was. Any music teachers among us, you might agree with me. But some of the translations were not so good. Some of the English lyrics sounded, yeah. So, all right, now it's time for us to read from the Megillah. So join with me. These are the blessings, and they have their own unique melody. So there's no way on the planet I can see those notes. Perhaps you can. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra Megillah. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam I can't even read that. I can't see it. Okay. So take my word for it. Now here comes the Megillah. Now the Megillah has its own trope, has its own melody. And the blessing that we just did has that melody. And so, Vayahi b'mei Achashverosh hu Achashverosh hamolech mehodu v'yad kush sheva v'yasrim u'mea medina. And that's the style that the whole thing is read in. From a scroll that it's written out like a Torah scroll. Interestingly enough, though, in that scroll you actually can write in the vowels if you want to. You're allowed to do stuff like that with that scroll because it's not Torah, it's a Megillah, and it doesn't have the same level of holiness as the Torah scroll does. All right, so let's read together, and it came to the story. We're going to do a very abridged story of Megillat Esther, and it came to pass in the days of Achashverosh. This is Achashverosh who reigned from Hodu to Cush, which is a territory, over 127 provinces, that in those days when King Achashverosh sat in the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the capital, in the 3rd year of his reign he made a banquet for all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces. And this is really, so I'm going to tell you the story in a synopsis. We'll read a little bit of each. We have 9 more to go, 9 more little sections. All right? So here is, I'll take me off there so you can read it as well. The book of Esther begins with a 6-month, 180-day drinking feast given by King Achashverosh for the army of Persia and Media, for the civil servants and the princes of 127 provinces of his kingdom, at the conclusion of which a 7-day drinking feast for the inhabitants of Shushan, rich and poor, with a separate drinking feast for the women, organized by Queen Vashti, in the pavilion of the royal courtyard. Now at this feast, Achashverosh got thoroughly drunk, and he ordered his wife Vashti to come out and parade her beauty before the people and the nobles as she wore her royal crown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Vashti refuses, and Achashverosh, to put it kindly, decided to remove her from her post. I think that he might have been violent when he removed her. He was very upset. So, say so long, Vashti. Let's continue with our second reading. Achar hadavarim ha'ele keshoch chamat hamelech Achashverosh zachor et Vashti v'et asher asata v'et asher nigzar aleha. All right, so let's continue with the second part. Again, there are 10 readings, so this is the second abridged piece of the story. All right, here we go. The king began a worldwide search for a new queen, shades of Beauty and the, not Beauty and the Beast, shades of Cinderella, yes? The king began a worldwide search for a new queen. After introducing Mordecai and his niece Esther, the Megillah recounts how the king's officers bring Esther to the palace to participate in the lengthy beauty pageant through which the new queen will be selected. Achashverosh chooses the Jewish girl to be his queen. How do you like that, ladies and gentlemen? As per Mordechai's orders, she does not inform the king of her Jewish heritage. It's like being Jewish in Sweden right now. Don't say anything. You can do it, but don't be ostentatious about it. So Mordechai says, shut up. Don't say anything. You got a good thing going on here. All right? He was a very smart uncle. She does not inform the king of her Jewish heritage. In the meantime, Mordechai overhears a plot to assassinate the king. The conspirators are killed, and his heroic deed is recorded in the king's book of Chronicles. So in other words, Mordechai spilled the beans, told the king, somehow got word to him, that people are trying to kill you. So the king was very happy because he was alive. All right, let's go to the third reading. Achar hadvarim ha'ela le gadol mamolach Achashverosh et Haman. Now you're supposed to scream, and I said his name. So come on, let me hear it. Type in aloud. Boo, boo, boo. Ben Hamadata ha'agagi vayanasa uhu vayigashem et kiso me'al kol hasarim asheroto. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, let's continue with the story. Thank you, everybody. Achashverosh appointed Haman. Can you believe it? Sometimes there's no justice in this world, yes? To be his viceroy. And all of the citizens of Shushan are ordered to bow low before him. Mordechai, however, refuses to bow to Haman, inciting his wrath towards the Jewish people. Haman casts Purim, lots, and determines that the 13th day of the month of Adar would be the propitious time to annihilate Mordechai and his people. After securing the king's permission, Haman, sends edicts out to all 127 provinces in Achashverosh's kingdom, informing them of the new decree. All right, so now it's time for a song. This shows you how old this song. I wrote a stupid song to a parody. This is to a Macarena. Remember the Macarena about 100 years ago? I used to have the little kids do emotions and stuff and with their hands and dance to it. All right, so this was 100 years ago, but I might as well see if I can get some mileage out of it. This is a story that really is true. We Mordechai and Esther, two cool Jews. They left a legacy for me and you. Chag Purim, Chag, Chag, Chag Purim, Chag, Chag, Chag Purim, Chag, Chag, Chag Purim, Chag Purim. Esther was raised by cousin Mordechai. She was beautiful and caught the king's eye. So King Achashverosh said, I'm your guy. Chag Purim, everybody. Chag, Chag, Chag Purim. Chag, Chag, Chag Purim. Chag, Chag, Chag Purim. Chag Purim. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth reading. Mordechai yada et kol asher naseh v'yikra Mordechai et bigadav vayilbash sak v'yafar v'yitzei betoch ha'ir v'yizak za'aka gedola umara. A great sense of mourning descended upon the Jewish people. Mordechai asked Esther to intercede, and she agrees to risk her life by going before the king unsummoned. You see, ladies and gentlemen, in that culture, if you were married to a king and you wanted to go see him, you were in a lot of trouble. So there you go. That is history. Let's go to reading 5. Amen. Vayehi b'yom hashlishi v'tilbash Esther malachut v'ta'amod b'chatzar beit hamolech u'pnimim nochoch b'beit hamolech v'hamolech yoshav al kisei malchuto. How long is the sentence? B'bit hamalchut nochach petach habanim. All right, continuing with the story. After fasting for 3 days, Esther went before the king. She invited both Achashverosh and Haman to a feast, laying a trap for the wicked viceroy. At the banquet, Esther invited the two men to a second banquet to be held the next day. In the meantime, Haman, let me hear it, ladies and gentlemen, constructed gallows 50 cubits high upon which he planned to hang Mordecai. All right. I've got to move it ahead, ladies and gentlemen. We're a little late. The sixth reading. Amen. Ba'layla hahu nidada shenat hamolech vayomer lehavi et sofer hazichoronot divrei hayamim vayihiyu nikra'av lifnei hamelech. Well, that night, the king could not sleep. So he ordered that his book of Chronicles be read to him. The king was then reminded of Mordecai's heroic deed and that he never received a reward for foiling the assassination attempt. Haman, boo, who had been in the outer courtyard of the palace preparing to ask the king's permission to hang Mordecai, is brought before the king. The king asks Haman what should be done for a man whom the king wants to honor. Well, thinking that Ahasuerus meant to honor him, Haman describes a royal reward where this man would ride around town in royal garments and upon one of the king's horses. Ahasuerus commands Haman to personally reward Mordecai in this fashion. So there is justice, ladies and gentlemen. Next sentence. Next reading, 7. Vayavo hamolech vehaman lishtot al Esther hamalka. So at the second banquet, Esther informs the king that Haman wants to destroy her people. Ahasuerus is outraged and orders that Haman be hanged on the very gallows which he had erected for Mordecai. Let's hear a yay, not a boo. All right. Amen. Bayom hahu noten hamalech Achashverosh leEsther hamalka et Beit Haman sodat haYehudim Mordechai balifnei hamalech hihigida Esther mahula. So, we got more good stuff. Mordecai is appointed the new viceroy to replace Haman. Esther begs Ahasuerus to retract Haman's decree against the Jews. The king grants permission that on the day that the Jews were to be annihilated, they will be permitted to defend themselves and destroy their enemies. The city of Shushan and its Jewish inhabitants rejoice. The ninth reading. Uveshanim Esther Chodesh. That's right. Esther Chodesh Hu Chodesh Adar Beshulusha. I can't read it. Ashar Yomvo Asher Higia Davar HaMelech Vidato La'asot Bayom Asher Shivaru Shibru. On the 13th day of Adar, the Jewish people defeat their adversaries and hang the 10 sons of Haman. The Jewish community of Shushan is granted a second day to destroy their enemies. Mordecai records these events and establishes the festival of Purim. And ladies and gentlemen, a little bit from our last reading. Let me find a short sentence. Okay, right here. Amen. Ki Mordechai HaYehudi Mishneh LaMelech Achashverosh V'Gadol HaYehudim V'Ratzu L'Rov Echav Doresh Tov Lamo V'Dovesh Shalom L'Chozaro. And the conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, is Mordechai is recognized as a hero of his people. All right? And that is the story of Purim. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's continue. We need to begin to conclude and get to prayer for those who are ill, and of course to say mourners Kaddish. Aleinu, Aleinu leshabeach, ladon hakol, lateit gedula, liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם
וגוד עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. All right, we need to do a prayer for healing. Let me do that one. Misha Berach, type in the names of those you want me to mention who are ill, and we will, of course, include them in our prayer. Misha Berach Avotenu, Makor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. At this time, we would like to acknowledge our wounded warriors in Mali, and Mabel Aniz, Benjamin Moshe Ben Sarah, Dale Lind, Mary Beth Crum, Reb Chava Bale, Lois Dar, Lois Fields, Ann Moser, Sarah Rose, and Linda Griff, my friend Bambi Fass, Heidi Rosenbach, Amanda, David Chaim Ben Bela, Bob and Steve, Faith, Louise, Sarah, Adrian, Airman First Class Kelsey Souter, Amir Amiri, Jerry, Shawnee Lee, Naomi Linzer, Madeline and Astrid Spellman, Judy Townsend, Annie, Betsy, Robin, Michael, Jane, Linda Griff, Lois Fields, Hank, Lenny, George, Arnold, and Bill, Raul, Teresa, Pedro, Ruca, Teresina, Marta, Rosa, Kiko, Luis, Quinto, and Zhao, Faith's nephew, John, Willie, Ola, Sarah, Austin, Bill, Steve, Davis, Mabel Sanders, Zora, and Tony, Pat Gabella, Bill and Maggie and Linda. Mishe Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with Refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen, and let us say Amen. And we want to include Corbin in our prayers, our Misha Berach prayers. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we want to acknowledge the passing of Sue Marie's dear beloved father. We want to also acknowledge my dear colleague, Rabbi Rick's father, Ivan Perlman, a great chazan, a lovely spirit, a great neshama. And we want to acknowledge this evening Leonard Nimoy, who brought so much, joy into our lives. I'm going to do it now so no one beats me. I'm going to say, Mr. Spock, live, be in peace long and prosper. God bless you. So now we'll continue with the mourner's Kaddish. Let me put that in front of you. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'yizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mavorach li'alam ulol me'almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shemei dekudisha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru. Amen. Yes, Rabbi Anthony, Rabbi Rick would, I'm sure he'd be, very, very pleased to hear from you. Any of his colleagues or any of his students, he is sitting Shiva, and you can reach him, after Shabbat. Absolutely. Oh, Lois's mom would have been 95. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for joining me for Purim. And like I said, Rabbi Steierman, I believe, is doing a modified, a short Purim service here on Wednesday night at Sim Shalom, so please join him. And of course, if you can go to a local shul on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, that's beautiful too. You should be with people. It's a lot of fun. I know you could get at least free ice cream or something, or free breakfast, so that's good. Any announcements? Next week, God willing, Carol and I are returning back to lovely, frozen New York City this weekend. So God willing, next week I will see you live from New York. All right. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. And thank you all for joining me at Sim Shalom. Let us make Kiddush before you go away. And let me put Happy Purim on there. Here we go. That's me doing a gig recently here in Lake Worth. That's me 7 years ago when I had a few pounds and a lot more hair. All right, so let's make Kiddush. Let me put that up there. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava v'ratzon inchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom tchila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zeicher litziad mihitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikal amim, Shabbat kadshecha b'yahava uv'ratzon inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mikadesh haShabbat. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May the Lord cause His countenance to shine upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord fill you with light and love and joy. Grant you peace. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me this evening. Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom. Be well. Thank you. I love you all. Good night.